so.
Okay. Lo, in the house of misery, a lady with a lamp I see, pass through the glittering gloom and flit from room to room. This was part of a poem written by Henry Longfellow in 1857. The poem's called Santa Filomena, and it's about a lady with a lamp, and the lady with the lamp is Florence Nightingale, and she was actually the founder of modern nursing. She made major strides in nursing and in women's rights, and she has been an inspiration to myself to become a nurse and to many people around the world. She was born on May 12, 1820 in Florence, Italy. That's where she got her name. It's really creative. She was brought up wealthy, educated, and intelligent. And a funny story about her is one day she was sitting under a tree in her backyard, and she said that she heard the voice of God calling her to serve. And at the time she didn't really know what serve meant. She decided that her service would be to go to school and become a mathematician. So that's what she did, and then one day a man proposed to her, and back in the 1800s, if you got proposed to, like, it was a really bad thing for you to say no, but she turned down the proposal, and she decided that day that she wanted to be a nurse. And there's 3 things about Florence Nightingale that make her just a great inspirational person. And the first one is that she became a nurse instead of just the regular mother, housewife. In those times, women really just cleaned the house and took care of the children. So this was a major stride for women. Other women saw her doing this and decided that if she went to school and got an education and became a nurse, then they could do it too. And at the end of her life, she actually took her fame and used that to argue against restrictions that were being placed on women, saying that they couldn't have professional careers. And the second really cool thing about her that made her so inspirational is that she actually served in the Crimean War, and she used that to improve the conditions in the hospitals. And William Russell wrote in the Times, a calling to serve. He said, "Are there no women devoted among us, able and willing to go forth to minister to the sick and suffering soldiers of the East and hospitals of Scutari?" And she answered this calling, and she went to the hospital of Scutari and served in the British Army. And she was actually the lady-in-chief of the army nurses. And this is what she said about the conditions when she got there. She said there were no vessels for water or utensils of any kind, no soap, towels, or clothes, no hospital clothes. The men lying in their uniforms, stiff with gore and covered with filth to a degree and of a kind no one could write about, their persons covered with vermin. So she saw that these conditions were horrible. There was no clothes, no food, hardly any water or soap, and she set out to change the conditions. So she used her math background, and she compiled a report of graphs and numbers. She compared the mortality rates to those that, to how it changed with sanitation reforms. And she actually got a whole new sanitation reform passed. And the mortality rate started out at 42.7% when she got there, and it declined greatly over her time there. And the last thing that makes her such a great person is that she was actually the founder of modern nursing. She founded the first school of nursing, which made nursing a profession instead of just women going around and putting on Band-Aids and giving shots every once in a while. It actually became a legitimate career. And she started training women after she got back from the army. And the coolest thing that she did was she actually compiled all that stuff about the sanitation into a report, and it was called Notes on Matters Affecting Health, Efficiency, and Hospital Administration of the British Army. And this is how she spread her ideas, and this was actually picked up by the Queen of Holland and a Princess of Prussia. And in conclusion, I just think that she is a big inspiration to my own nursing career, and the strides that she made in sanitation reforms and women's rights are just an inspiration to everyone, and she has changed medicine forever.